Hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk about a robot that's really showing what's the next generation of home robots could look like. Lately we've seen all kinds of new robots showing off, like doing flips, running like athletes, and pulling off moves that looks like they belong to a sci-fi movies. It's fun and it's impressive, but none of them helps when you have a sink full of dirty dishes. That's why this new robot is amazing. It's not here to perform stunts, it's built to handle real chores in real homes. And if you watch our recent video about Unitree's home robot tackling household tasks, this one takes that idea in a completely different direction. Let's get started. I'm Vida, welcome back to Tech Talk Time. Sunday Robotics introduced Memo, a home robot that focuses on the boring but important stuff you actually need help with. In the footage, Memo walks up to a completely messy dinner table, dirty dishes, wine glasses, leftover food, and just start working. It clears everything, sorts items, loads the dishwasher correctly, and even starts the cycle. If you look at here, what really stands out is how it moves. There is no robotic panic. Everything is slow, controlled, and thoughtful, almost like human. But that was just the wrap-up. Next, Memo works on the mismatched socks. By now, you saw robots lifting weights, climbing stairs. These are one thing, but folding soft fabric is another thing. This is very hard for robots. If you look at here, Memo pairs socks, stretch them, roll them into a perfect little bundles, and drop them neatly into a basket, like it's folding laundry on a Sunday afternoon. Soft fabric is unpredictable and floppy, and that's exactly the type of fabric that robots don't like to work with, and they hate it. Memo has another thing that surprised us. The footage shows Memo walking up to a regular espresso machine, not modified, and basically is not made for robots, and it locks the pour filter with real torque. You can see it aligns the handle, twists it perfectly into place, pull a shot and serve it. That's when you realize Sunday Robotics isn't building a stunt robot. They're building something designed to actually help in a real home. And sometimes in comments I get that, is this a real or is it a stage? In robotics, most impressive demos are secretly controlled by a human wearing a VR headset. That technique is called teleoperation. Someone is basically driving the robot like it's a video game character. Expensive, slow, and almost impossible to scale. But Sunday Robotics says Memo isn't being driven by anyone. They claim all the demos are fully autonomous. No hidden operator, no secret controller. If this is true, that's a massive shift in how home robots are trained. But how do you train a robot to do all this without teleoperation? This is where it gets clever. Sunday Robotics made a skill glove, which is basically a wearable glove that is physically identical to Memo's robotic hand. Same joints, same movement range, and same sensors. When a person wears this glove and does everyday chores, washing dishes, folding laundry, organizing cabinets, then the glove captures every motion, every rotation, every grip, or every bit of force. It's like the robot is learning by borrowing human hands. That's very impressive. Now they can send hundreds of these gloves to households around the world, basically real environment, real people, and real movements. But the question is, human motion doesn't automatically translate to a robot's geometry. So how does Memo use that data? Human and robots move differently. Our arm bends differently. Our reach is different. Our proportions are different. So basically the raw data that we gather from the glove don't directly map to robot actions. So what's the difference here is basically Sunday built a system called skill transform that converts the human demonstration into the exact motion that Memo would perform. Basically same reach, same angle, timing, and constraints. It basically rewrites the human action as if Memo did it itself. And they claim that the translation accuracy is around 90%, which is huge. But think about this. All this transformed data needs a brain that is powerful enough to use it. So how does Sunday do that? All of these human demonstration from hundreds of households power Memo's foundation model that is called ACT1. Here's the wild part. ACT1 is trained on zero robot teleoperation data. Everything comes from translating human behavior. ACT controls everything: Memo's walking, hands movement, fingertip precision, object handling, and long-term planning. In one complete uncut run, Memo walked over 130 feet, interacted with more than 20 objects, and performed nearly 70 individual actions, all planned in real time. So if you have a Memo in a new home, it's going to build a fresh map, identifies objects, and figures out how to complete the task on its own. But even with all of that, the boldest part is what they're planning next. Sunday Robotics wants to place 50 Memo robots into real homes by late 2026. Not stage homes, not control labs, actual live-in homes with messy people, kids, pets, the real world. Basically, they want testers, the real people, to push Memo, challenge it, even break it, but they give them feedback and help teach it new skills. I know that the Memo is still slow and it will definitely fail sometimes, and there is no price tag yet, but the vision is very clear. A home robot shaped by thousands of real people doing real chores. You teach it naturally just by living your life. It learns your rhythm, your preferences, your style. It's one of the most human-first approaches to robotics I've ever seen. And honestly, I'm excited to see where it goes next. Now, I want to hear from you. Would you actually trust a robot like Memo to handle chores in your home? Tell me in the comments. I'm really curious what you think. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you next time.